In today's video, I'm going to talk about the top contestants from episode 2 of Show Me the Money 10, so let's get right into it. The first contestant I want to talk about is the obvious one, B.O. Everybody's talking about him because he killed it during round 2. His song was so good. His voice is amazing. To me, he sounded like he's probably a trained singer. There's a lot of rappers and people out there who can carry a tune, but his to me sounded like he's definitely trained. Some of those notes he was hitting were very hard to hit, and he just killed all of them. The song was super catchy, and everybody loved it, and Minnow even couldn't stop singing it, and I wanted to watch the video like a million different times. So I'm definitely looking out for a B.O. in the future. I hope he puts out more really catchy things. I would love to see that. The next contestant I want to talk about is Unknown Delight. He's a Christian rapper, and obviously the next closest person to him, like him in K-hip-hop, is BY, who he brought up, so probably there's going to be a lot of comparisons there. But in general, I just liked his whole style, his whole energy. His instrumental was very nice, and his rapping, his technique, everything was perfect. He's another rapper from the show who I think is definitely the total package as far as a rapper, so I'm definitely going to be looking out for him. And I think he's a rookie because I've never heard of him, and they didn't really get into how long he's been rapping or any of that, but I definitely want to check him out in the future. I hope he puts out some songs. The next contestant I want to talk about is Tabber. I've heard of Tabber, but I never really checked him out. Maybe I heard like one song, but I can't really remember. The best way I can describe his audition was kind of bizarre and unsettling, but in a really good way. I definitely thought he set himself apart from pretty much all of the other contestants. He's extremely unique, and I definitely want to keep seeing what he's going to do throughout the rest of this show because I've never seen anything quite like that. It's very different from anything I've ever seen, and I just definitely want to see more of Tabber. In addition to that, his instrumental was very unique as well, so that was pretty cool too. And now I'm going to move on to the next contestant. One of the contestants that really surprised me was actually Unofficial Boy. He's gone by a lot of different names. The most famous one, other than Unofficial Boy, is probably Luda. People apparently just call him Eudan now because he changes his name so much. But right now he's Unofficial Boy, so let's see how long that one sticks. And the reason why he surprised me is because I noticed that he definitely upgraded his musical style a lot. He's very different from what I remember him being. I always thought of him as more of a stylistic type of rapper, even though he has technical skills and he's known for being able to freestyle. I think he won a season of SRS, which is like the Korean freestyle battle type thing. And if you win it, like you're considered like amazing. And he's won that. So I knew he could rap and he's a freestyler, but I never really saw too much of his technical side. But I think on this season of Show Me the Money, he's definitely showing that a lot more so than his style. He's kind of putting that to the background, I noticed. So I want to see how his technique and how far his skill level actually goes, because I don't think we ever got to see much of that from him before. But now I'm going to move on to the next person, Kunta. Kunta's been in the game for like a decade or more, and one thing I noticed about him is his vocal projection is crazy, very loud, very clear. And that's just like his rapping style in general. It was very clear and concise and sharp. Is definitely the main thing I think about when I hear his rapping. Very sharp. And he was very interesting. That thing between him and Yomda was really interesting. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out throughout the rest of the season. And overall, I just want to see more of him because, he's more old school. He's not like way old school, like One Time or anything, but he's like 2011, 2010, so that's kind of old school. So definitely love to see the older generation on these shows so we can just see more of them. And finally, the person I've been waiting for, Our Real Goat. I have been wanting to see Our Real Goat ever since he dropped his audition video, and I've been very interested in him. He's one of the main reasons why I'm watching Show Me the Money 10, because I want to see what he has to offer. I was never that big on him. I had heard his name earlier on in the year, but I never checked him out that much. But in the last few months, I did kind of start watching some of his music videos as well as some of his TV shows or online series that he did. For example, Hangout, which had Cold Coons, Homies. someone else who I can't remember right now, but he was on there. Anyway, back to Arugo and Show Me the Money 10. I thought that his performance was very, very good. He produced his own instrumental. I really liked that instrumental. And also he kind of loosened up on the growliness in his voice, because usually he did have a more constrained vocal cord type of rap. I'm glad he's letting up on that a little though, because you can actually apparently can ruin your vocal cords doing stuff like that. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. It was definitely smoother. If you listen to his speaking voice, also very smooth and soft. So that's pretty interesting how he changed that around. But that's all I had to talk about for right now. I will come out with episode 3's top contestants pretty soon, so make sure you watch out for that and watch my other videos, which should be popping up on screen. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.